What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to beat D-Machine Easter egg solo in 14 rounds or less. I have done it in 13 rounds. I've done it in 12. In today's video, I'm going to show you where I do it in 14. I had to let an extra round pass. But without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's get this done. Now, guys, my loadout is going to be the Spaz 12 shotgun in the Ether Shroud Tier 2. For my field upgrade. I just upgraded it now from tier 1. So my strategy from the first 5 rounds is going to be this. Basically stay in this first spawn area here, wait till you get to round 5 and leave 1 zombie left on round 5. And once you get to that stage, I'll show you what you do now.
This facility was not equipped with automatic doors. I would proceed with caution.
Looks like our intel was solid. Whatever Omega Group did here, it caused the other dimensional breaches we've encountered. You remember anything relevant about your old Nazi stuff?
Now we are about to turn on the power, and when you are going to turn on the power, you'll be prompted, by the way, to turn on these 2 buttons over here, one over there and one over there. You just go by them, hold down X for about a second. And now when you do this, you will be activating the Dark Ether, the anomaly, which is going to be directly in the middle right here. That's where it's going to be. And once that activates, you want to take that immediately. And keep in mind, you will need 500 points for this stage. You should have 500 by round 5. And we're going to take that, and we have to head all the way upstairs and take a tunnel, which does cost 500. So let's go ahead and head up there. Show you what that looks like. They could tell you to go to any tunnel kind of up here, but for me, it was this one. They're all going to lead you down to a room that you can't get in unless you take one of these tunnels. And the weapon part for the Pack-a-Punch is going to be directly in the corner. The machine part, I meant to say, is going to be directly in the corner right next to you. You take that machine part and go ahead and forge the Pack-a-Punch, which when you do this, it's going to open up another Dark Ether, which we will be taking immediately. Like I said, you can get a lot done on round 5. Here we are at the Dark Ether that spawned for me. There's like 3 spots it could spawn at, but what we're doing at this stage now, still on round 5, keep in mind, is if you look in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, it says Ether Scope. We're going to be getting those 3 parts in this Dark Ether. So we're going to get those 3 parts, and I'll show you where those parts are now. Now, guys, these parts will not spawn all at once. They spawn 1 at a time and they're random, so it's not the same time every game. For me, just across from this armor guy at the bottom of the staircase is my first part, so I'm going to take that. I usually like to try to take that living room portal because that's where the other 2 are, is up top, but I don't have enough money, so I can't take it. Here we are at the second item for me, which is this is right where you spawn, guys, in the yard, bottom of the staircase. Go ahead and grab that, and every time you grab these items, dogs will spawn in. Just take those guys out quick, and I'll show you where the last one is now. Here we are at the last spawn location for the Ether Scope, which is just across from this cockpit here on top of the wing. Grab that, dogs spawn in, and we got every part we needed for the Ether Scope, and now we're going to go back to the real world and craft it. So where we're going to go to craft this or build this Ether Scope is just below the Pack-a-Punch. At this workbench here, you craft it, you pick it up, and it's going to open up another Dark Ether that we can get done on round 5.
We are to shut down the dimensional breach in an effort to contain the spread.
The Dark Ether is just up top here in the medical bay, and when we grab this, we're going to be doing a Dark Ether part that involves grabbing a diary located on this desk right here, right next to the computer. Go ahead and grab that diary and head right below in the corner by the sink. hold X to activate the dark anomaly, and then you also have to hold X to place the diary in his hands. You do not have to sit here and listen to him. You can just head right to the next spot, which is in the trial or the challenge room. To the right up here, hold X once again, put the diary in his hands, and now we can head to the very last spot, which is going to be where the pack-a-punch is, or where we crafted the ether scope to begin with. So it's right at that workbench to the right of it. It's going to be right here. And then once again, give him the diary. And now we are done with this step. And we can go ahead and move on to round 6. One quick thing here, guys, is while you are in the real world, not the dark ether world, you come over here to this cockpit. And in here, there's a little box right there. You shoot that, and it'll flip open. And now that part is done. That's going to be a little bit later on, which involves grabbing a fuse. I'll show you that. I'll show you that a little bit later on. Here we are on round 7, guys. In round 7, you should get the big chungus to spawn in. And like Mr. Raffle Waffles has said, you need the big chungus among us to shoot the fungus. Meaning, once that big chungus comes, you want him to power up and charge up and shoot this tree right here. And then a voice, someone will come up on the screen and say something about what is that falling out of the tree. And I'll show you what that kind of looks like here. Get him to charge up like so. If he charges ever. I guess you can get him to hit it as well. I did not know that. So he just charged up and hit it though. That works too. So he can hit it or charge up. I didn't know you could hit it. He could, but yeah, so that's going to be for a later stage. Now what we need to do is we need to kill the big chungus, but do not kill these zombies, guys. I repeat, do not kill these zombies. Work on killing that big chungus. So I'm just about to take out the second one here. Take him out. He's going to drop a gold card on the ground right there. I just picked it up real quick because I got all these zombies following me. Now keep in mind, like I said, leave all these zombies. You need them for this second step here. We're going to do this first step now, which is bringing that gold card that he dropped into the weapons room, which I do not have enough money to open up the door, so I got to go around. We are here at the weapons room. You go ahead and come into this computer room here. There's a red blinking light. Enter the card in right there, and it gives you a remote control. You take that remote control, and now we're going to head upstairs into the living room, and this is where we need all these zombies that we've been pooling up. All right, guys, we are here in the living room. Now you bring that remote control to this hole in the wall right here, and you can turn it on remotely. You want to do this when you get a good pool of zombies going in here, which I'm just going to do it now. And you're going to want to go ahead and make them run by this ventilation suction system right here. And once it sucks in enough zombies, it'll tell you. It'll say weapon storage at maximum. This is where now you can get down to 1 zombie. We're now down to 1 zombie, and now we can go ahead and discharge this, which will give us our wonder weapon for free. And now we can get a lot of things done with this wonder weapon. I'll show you what I'll do with it now. The first 2 things we want to do with this gun, we want to head up to the penthouse, and we want to shoot this wooden box off right there. So go ahead and shoot that off. Then the second thing to do up here is to use the suction and to suck that empty canister over to you and grab it. Here we are, guys, at the box where the box dropped off. There is a flask here. Go ahead and grab that flask. And then if you remember where the chungus shot the tree before, or he actually hit it in my case, you go ahead and put the flask right at the bottom of that. And it'll take about a minute or 2 for that to fill up. You usually don't have to wait an entire round or anything like that. But you just wait a minute or 2 and that will fill up. And then that'll be 1 upgraded gun, which will be the crypto freeze. While you guys are waiting for that flask to fill up, let's go ahead and enter the password, which the password we got when we gave that guy the 3 diaries. He gave us the 3 letters for the password. So go ahead and turn this on. And when you turn this on, this is going to activate 2 dark ethers. And we're going to go ahead and take both those, and we can get some more stuff done on round 7. And I'll show you what to do at each dark ether now. So guys, here we are at the first dark ether, which is located just underneath Pack-a-Punch, and this one is difficult, very difficult in solos. You can't, I've done it once, but you basically have to suck in 3 crystals with this shockwave, the original free Pack-a-Punch weapon you get, And when you suck in those 3 crystals, one at a time, by the way, so you have to suck in one, come down here, and then hit this box right over here. And you hit that box 3 separate times with the crystals. And I'll show you where those crystals are now. And you do have to be in the Dark Ether for this. So the first crystal is going to be at the very top of the penthouse, just to the right of that pop machine. Go ahead and suck that in. And here we are at the bottom. Go ahead and shoot your charge now at the box, which will light up 1 of 3 lights on that box. So now we're going to go ahead and head over to the second spot. So the second spot is going to be just to the left of Jug, right when you exit to the tunnel here to the left. So guys, the very last crystal to suck up is going to be at the pond, which if you're going from this way, just across from this mystery box here, is to the right. Suck that up and shoot it at the box. This will now be the last one we need to shoot that box, which will now give us the Electrobolt Wonder Weapon. Now, once you have the Electrobolt Wonder Weapon, you're going to want to come to the medical bay. And if you look, there's corresponding colors for each Wonder Weapon. As you can see, this one's a little bit yellow, so you shoot that and it will lift up. This one is for the ice. As you can see, it's blue, green for poison, and red for fire, obviously. And now we are done for that Dark Ether and sucking up those crystals. We'll go ahead and head to the other Dark Ether, and I'll show you what we need to do at that one. So guys, here we are at the other Dark Ether that spawned in for me, and this is where when we shot open that chest over there to reveal the fuse, this is what this ether is for, and you do have to be at these certain ethers to complete these certain tasks. So go ahead and as soon as you enter the Dark Ether, go ahead and head over to that cockpit and grab that fuse. That fuse is actually going to be used at the weapon bay, which I'll show you what that looks like now. Here we are, guys, at the weapons bay. Go ahead and take that fuse, head just below this nuke here, and in the corner is going to be a box. Place the fuse on the box, and now you are good to go. We just put the fuse on the box, which gives us the Wonder Weapon for fire. We have this down here, which now gives us the Wonder Weapon for the ice, and now we're just waiting for the poison. And to get the poison one, we grabbed that empty canister up at the penthouse earlier, and now we need a dog. You don't necessarily have to wait for a dog round. All you need is 1 dog. A dog round works too, but I'll show you what to do with that empty canister and a dog here. Now, while you guys are looking for that dog, if a big chungus comes around, go ahead and split him, but leave those 2 guys alive. You will need them later on in a round. So while you're hunting for that dog, make sure you leave a big chungus split and alive. As you can tell, guys, here is a dog. So once you get a dog, you're going to want to bring him to the weapons bay, bring him to where we put that fuse, and I'll show you what to do exactly with that dog at the weapons bay where the fuse is right now. Here we are at the weapons bay, guys. So go ahead, guys, and go ahead and head underneath. Go next to this handle here. Put the MC canister there. Wait for the dog to jump right next to you like so, and then shoot him. And now get the hell out of here. I'm going to have to use my ether shroud to get out of here. But that container is going to fill up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that later, and I'll show you what to do with that. And now we have all upgraded weapon parts for the Wonder Weapon done. So grab that canister once it is full, like so, and head upstairs to the crash site. And one just little quick reminder is it only takes 1 dog. It doesn't take 2 or 3. It just takes 1. So go ahead and take that canister, head up here to this crash site, and put it on top of this weapon crate here, and shoot it. And once you shoot it, you can now get the Nova 5. And once we get that, now we can shoot one of those 4 corners. The corner it's going to be in is this one right here to the right, closest to us. Shoot that. And now that vial that we picked up where it was leaking, where we had the big chungus shoot us, we can now use that vial to grab the crypto freeze, which the crypto freeze is right down here. You pour it on that, you pour that liquid on that, which breaks the chains. And now we can grab the ice one, which you take the ice one and hit the corner that's closest to us, or closest to that box, I should say, which is right there. And now all we need is the fire one, which the fire one was the one with the fuse that we put on in the weapons lab. And that box actually gets transferred to the back of this pickup truck here on the back of its bed. And you go ahead and pop that in, and then you hit the last corner to do enter this dark anomaly here and head up the stairs.
Anomaly detected.
Which is right here in front of this little generator thing. Enter the anomaly, and once this is done, this dark ether's done, these guys are actually going to drop a wrench. And this is when you're going to need a Semtex, a C4, or some type of explosive equipment. As soon as you pick up this wrench, you'll need it. So now we're going back to the real world, which now they're going to drop a wrench on the ground, which we will grab right there, like so. And you're going to want to take that wrench and go bang on a tank with it. But before so, make sure you do have a Semtex or some type of explosive, C4, Semtex, grenade. You will need that. Here we are, guys, right where you originally spawn at the tank. Go ahead and hit this tank 3 times with your wrench, which you just do so by holding X by it. A zombie will pop out the top, shoot him, kill him, and chuck your Semtex at the top, which will then fire this tank. It just hit the tree on the other side, which dropped a ball. And now that ball is going to power that generator, and then it needs 2 bodies, which those 2 bodies are going to be those split bodies that we've been saving for so long. Now, when you grab this ball, dogs will spawn in. Don't worry about dropping the contamination ball. I just honestly run with it, and I make it. I've never had to drop it before, so don't worry about dropping it. Just go ahead and take it to where we originally collected that wrench. And you're going to want to go ahead and put it in the power station so it powers it up. And then it's going to ask you for 2 bodies. Now you can kill the dogs. So now you take those 2 split bodies and you want to get them underneath here. You can do them together or you can do them single, just one at a time. It does not matter. You just want them underneath that power station there and they will get sucked up. As you can see there, one goes, he's getting sucked up. And now they're awaiting the second one. Just go ahead and guide him right underneath so he gets sucked up. As you can see now, he's getting sucked up. And at this stage, guys, it'll prompt you to hold X on this computer for the purification process. And when you do that, it's going to end the round and you will be locked in that room. So make sure you have, you know, whatever you want to have beforehand. You will have one final step before the boss round. So we'll go ahead and start the purification process. And so once he escapes, guys, this will be the final round before the boss fight. So what I like to do is kill as many zombies as you can until you get down to 1, so you get as much money as possible. And this is where you can now buy everything you're gonna have to buy before your boss fight. And I can show you what you do to activate that boss fight once you're all ready with your guns, pack to punch, perks, and everything now. Here we are at the final Dark Ether. This will be one of the final steps before the boss fight. So go ahead and enter this Dark Ether here. And now once you're in that Dark Ether, you want to head over here to this workbench where the light is. It'll say anomaly detected. Enter that. And this will be the final step, guys, before your boss fight. Is once this is over and you get back to the real world, a picture is going to drop. You can grab that picture right away and head to the boss fight, or if you want to buy some perks or buy some stuff beforehand, you can do so. I'm just going to go ahead and grab it right away, and I'll show you that now. My recommended loadout would be obviously your Spaz shotgun. If you can grab 2 monkeys, that's great. 3 C4 is better, and then a kill streak, either being a war machine or a combat bow or a sentry gun is what I use, is really, really nice too. With the C4, if you have 3 C4, you can put 1 C4 in each spot where he's going to be trying to help you out. So the first spot is right here. I would place your C4 if you have it. All right, we're done with the first step. Now the second step is going to be over here. So again, if you have a C4, make sure to put it on him, wait till he calls for help, and blow it up. We are now done with the second step, guys. The third step is going to be located at the very bottom down here. So go ahead, if you have a C4, place it. A sentry gun is even better. I usually wait for my sentry gun at the very last round here. And just like that, guys, we have now completed this step of the final stage of the Maschine Easter egg. So now we have to get the hell out of here. And my favorite spot to run is going to be through the medical bay, which is just next to this little robot here. So you just wait till they let you go through and you run to the exfil. Keep in mind there are going to be blue beams coming down that are looking to kill you. So watch out for those beams because they are looking to kill you. So do not run into them. Just take this route that I take here and you'll be just fine. Like I said, through the medical bay, you head right up the stairs, jump over that little thing, head through here and take a right, heading up these stairs. Make sure you take another right. You can't take a left. I'm going to go ahead and use my specialty since I got it. Just kind of weave through these blue beams like so, and then this is where the exfil is going to be out here. I'm just waiting for it yet. So go ahead and take out your wonder weapon and just kill any zombies that come in. And this is pretty much it, folks. As you can see, the helicopter's waiting for me, so head in that helicopter. And congratulations, guys, you just completed the Maschine Easter egg solo. Until next time, appreciate you watching. This is Murda. I'll see you later.